Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing Grayson's 7-month update. So I'll start with growth. He is wearing 9-month clothing and he's pretty much going to be fitting in 12-month clothing before we know it. So he's out of 6 to 9 month clothing. His 6-month clothing is getting very tight on him. And he's in size 3 diapers now. Size 2 he just kept blowing out of or peeing through. So we had to move up to size 3s. That's about it for growth. We don't really have his height and weight because we didn't take him to the doctor this month. We'll be going back when he's 9 months old, but I do need to weigh him here, or weigh us and then weigh us holding him and see what he weighs, like an estimate, because I am curious, but I totally forgot to do that. And he's napping right now. So that's about it for growth updates. But moving on to eating. Eating is one of the ones that has like the most notes in my phone. So I'll start with the first thing, which is he started eating solids 3 times a day. And not only is that a lot more difficult to time throughout the day, but it's also a lot more prep and a lot of cleanup. So we went from him having solids once a day, and that was just his oatmeal at night, to him having one like fruit or vegetable at lunchtime, and now he's having like meals 3 times a day. So actually his last meal is just oatmeal, but his breakfast and his lunch are usually 3 different items, either like applesauce and yogurt, and then we have like a protein and a vegetable. So that's what I've been doing as far as his meals go. But at first it went like this, and I'll insert a video of how the first week of eating 3 times a day went. Grayson, do you want this chicken? Do you want the chicken? Do you want it? No, you don't. Okay. You want sweet potato? No? No sweet potato either? Okay. We'll try again later. And then it started to go like this. I'll insert a video here of how it started going, and it was getting better and he was getting more excited about eating. Good job. Doing a good job. A few weeks ago, he was like a completely different baby when it came to eating, and now he's like in love with eating. He's doing such a good job. He's eating his scrambled eggs so well. He was even eating his avocado this morning, like picking it up and eating it. He's able to grip it better. He's doing such a good job. His favorite breakfast is almond butter on toast sticks. So I just toast the bread and I actually cut it with scissors, and then I just spread a little thin layer of almond butter on top, and I'll do like yogurt or applesauce on the side with like banana or blueberries or avocado, you know, a fruit or a vegetable for him. But he loves it, and he's recently started loving scrambled eggs for breakfast too. So some days I'll do the almond butter on toast, some days I'll do the scrambled egg. I still need to do avocado toast, but right now we're working with those for breakfast. I also want to add that he used to hate vegetables. I thought he was never going to eat his vegetables because he would literally shake his head no, or just have the most disgusted look on his face every time I tried to give him a carrot or a green bean. But now he loves them, and I'm so proud of him. He's come so far just in the last few weeks with his food. I have to say though, I wanted to give up with baby-led weaning because it was so discouraging at first to put food in front of him and have him not even look at it. Or put food in front of him and have him cry, put food in front of him and have him throw it on the ground, or shake his head no, or look disgusted if you try to give him a bite. It was so discouraging, and I wanted to throw in the towel several times, and Kevin was like, no, let's just stick with it. This is normal. We were reading about how that's normal. Babies do that at first. But I was like, Why does it seem like every other baby is picking this up so quickly? And meanwhile, Grayson's having such a hard time. But every baby is different, and I was failing to think about that. I was just thinking about how every other baby looked like they had just picked it up perfectly. So why wasn't our baby doing that? In reality, every baby develops differently and at different rates, and Grayson just wasn't there yet as far as picking up the food and putting it in his mouth went. But now he is doing so well with it. And I'm so thankful I didn't give up and just try to switch him to purees, because like the week after I wanted to give up, he started doing it all on his own, and he's doing such a good job. There are times though where I feed him the applesauce or the yogurt, and I do feed him his oatmeal at night just because he needs a little bit extra help. And sometimes if I hand it to him, he's like, I want to drop it on the ground. So we have to be careful with that. But for the most part, he really does feed himself. He tried quinoa the other day, and I don't really know how he felt about it. I think the texture like totally weirded him out. He also tried blueberries and bell pepper. The first time I gave it to him, it was a no-go. He was like, what is this? The second time, third time, same thing, hated it. But one day I gave it to him as a snack, and he picked it up and just started eating it. So I was like, this is progress. As far as drinking formula goes, he drinks about 32 to 34 ounces a day. It just depends on how much food he's actually intaking. He's getting quite a bit of food now. So he's definitely going to be starting to lessen how much formula he's drinking. But as of now, we're still doing 6 to 7 ounces every 3 hours. So the next thing I want to talk about is his milestones. So as far as milestones go, Grayson is having some trouble with trying to scoot around, rolling. He's just having trouble with tummy time. And I think that's partially due to the fact that he's chunkier. And the other part of that is like the torticollis and plagiocephaly that I've mentioned in a previous video. So we're just being really patient with him and letting him go at his own rate. And I do work with him every day on trying to crawl. He did scoot a little bit once, and I didn't record it, of course, but he's working on it. He wants to go so bad, but he's just trying to figure out how to get the momentum or get the strength to pull himself. We're working on that right now. He's getting way too big for his bathtub, and I am trying so hard to find something that I can put in the bathtub that he can sit up in, but will still be easy to clean him in or will not collect mold. So if you have any suggestions for that, let me know in the comments down below, because the bathtub we have just isn't working for him anymore. Like today I was giving him a bath after breakfast and he was standing up. He was getting so mad, so he was arching his back, he was straightening his whole body, and he was trying to like fling himself out of the bathtub. And that's terrifying. So really trying to find a different way to bathe him. But I also don't feel comfortable just sitting him in the tub without any support or anything, because if he falls over, he'll hit his head, and that scares me too. So we're trying to figure out bath time right now, because it's not been so fun since he's getting too big for his tub and he's just not enjoying it anymore. Something he is so scared of is running bath water. He's been in the tub before and he's peed, because he's a little boy, in the bath water. And so I drained his tub and I was filling up his tub when he was in it. No, he freaked out. He's okay if I'm holding him and he's outside the tub, but if he's sitting in the tub and I turn on the faucet, he's done. He's like screaming, terrified. It's very, very sad. So I try to avoid doing that as much as I can, because I really don't want to scare him, but there are times where I have to. Like for example, if his bathwater is so full of soap, I have to fill up his little pitcher so I can dump it on him and rinse him. And I try to make it super quick. I like turn it on really fast and then turn it back off, and he's okay. But if it's like consistently running, it terrifies him. Grayson is obsessed with Mickey Mouse. In fact, I'm kind of leaning towards a Mickey Mouse first birthday party just because he's loving it right now. And I actually have the hot dog song. Parents, if you have kids that are around this age or a little bit older, I'm sure you're aware of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and then you're aware of the hot dog song. But I have the hot dog song and the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song on my phone, and I literally play those in the car whenever I'm driving. It's just he and I. He loves it. I can see him in his little mirror that's above his car seat, and he's just like having such a good time. He does really, really well on car rides, so he actually usually just falls asleep if it's like longer than 25-30 minutes. But he does very well in the car, and so that's something I'm very thankful for, because my mom said when I was a baby, I screamed in my car seat. And that is not a fun experience. So I'm glad that Grayson likes his car seat and he loves car rides. A really sweet thing that he's been doing recently is he looks up at us and he's putting his hands, his tiny little hands on our cheeks, and he just looks up at us and smiles, or just like looks up at us like he's soaking in our faces. It's my favorite thing that he's doing right now. It's the sweetest thing in the world. Unless he runs his nails down your face, then that doesn't feel as sweet. A very big milestone update is Grayson sleeps through the night and he sleeps in his own room. So he is in his crib full time now. I did vlog that transition. If you guys want to check it out, I will link that video below. But Grayson is officially sleeping in his crib day and night. That's a very big milestone because we were very hesitant for so long to transition him, but he was just getting too big for his bassinet and we knew it was time. I'm very thankful that he's doing so well with it, and he really does love his crib. He can also put his pacifier back in his mouth by himself. I actually wrote on April 24th, he did it for the first time in the car, and it was really cute because he was like, wait, oh my gosh, I can do that? Like, he had this newfound skill. But it helps us out because I know that as he gets a little bit bigger and his pacifier falls out when he's sleeping, he can just put it back in himself. That's going to be nice for both Kevin and I. He does also like to pull it out a lot, so it will be good that he knows how to put it back in by himself. We are also almost completely transitioned to the 6 to 18 month bibs pacifier. And I have to caution you parents, if you haven't transitioned your baby from the first stage pacifier to the second stage pacifier, there might be issues. I did not see this coming. I was honestly so naive, and I thought that I was just gonna hand him this pacifier that was 6 to 18 months and he was gonna be like, cool, sounds good. No. The first week was hard. He would scream when we gave it to him. He did not like it, so we kind of just like would give it to him on and off. This week is the second week, and what he doesn't like about this pacifier is the nipple part is narrower. It's like narrower all the way around, and he does not like it. It's not as easy for him to suck on, but we do need to move him to that pacifier. So what I've been doing is 2 days ago, I started out by only giving it to him during the daytime. Gave it to him during the daytime, and actually we went on a car ride and I had him take it in the car. He was totally fine with it. Yesterday, I decided, okay, now I'm going to add in nap times. I added in nap times. So he had it during the daytime and during his nap times, and he was totally fine. And then I thought, I'm gonna try bedtime. So last night it was like a little too ambitious, I think. And I was like, I'm gonna give it to him at bedtime. No, that was a fail. Pretty much, he did not know how to soothe himself with it. And I caved like 10 minutes in. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him his old pacifier back for bedtime. Tonight we're going to try the new pacifier at bedtime, and I'm crossing my fingers it works, because if it does, then he is fully transitioned to that pacifier and we can pretty much just throw away the old ones, because you're really not supposed to save those. With our next baby, we'll just get new pacifiers. It'll be exciting once he's officially transitioned to the 6 to 18 month and we can get rid of the 0 to 6 month. We're still gonna hang on to him for a little bit longer just because he might regress and want that pacifier back. So I think it would be crazy to just throw it away as soon as we think he's done with it. But I did want to add that, just so you know, there is a chance that your baby won't just take that new pacifier happily and go about their day. They might need to transition a little bit. Grayson is awake about 3 to 4 hours at a time now during the day. So he has a 3 to 4 hour wake window. That works so much better for our schedule. I cannot tell you what a mess it was when we were trying to do 2 hour wake windows. He's 7 months old now, so he can go 3 to 4 hours without needing a nap. But because we were doing it for 2 hours, it was just not working out with timing as far as how long he was sleeping, and then he would be like really overtired by bedtime, and it was just a disaster. So the 3 to 4 hour wake windows has seriously saved us and been so much better for our daily schedule. And the last thing I'm going to be talking about is Grayson's plagiocephaly. So I shared in my last video that Grayson does have severe plagiocephaly and will be receiving doc band treatment. We're hoping he'll be able to get started with that in June. I will link that video in the description below for you if you're interested in checking that out, because I give so much more detail about his plagiocephaly and what we're going to be doing next. We're really looking forward to getting started with treatment so we can correct this flat spot on his head. However, we're dreading the fact that he's going to be wearing the doc band 23 hours a day. That is such a long time. He has 1 hour with it off, and that is to bathe him and wash the doc band. And since it's going to be summertime, we will need to wash that doc band every night. So it's going to be a lot, but I know it's going to be well worth it to correct any potential issues in the future. And I did talk about those in that other video. So if you're curious about the issues that can arise from plagiocephaly, go check out that other video because I provide so much more information. And I will be documenting that whole experience for you guys. So I have a playlist on my channel called Doc Band Journey, and as we have videos as far as like him getting his doc band, treatment, updates, I will be uploading those videos and adding them to that playlist. So you can come check out our whole doc band journey as we go along. When it's all said and done, I will still have those videos up under that playlist so parents can use them as a resource if their baby is going to be walking through the same treatment. And I really hope that they're helpful to you. You can use them as a resource because that's really my main purpose for documenting this journey. I do not really know of very many people who have gone through this experience. I know of very few people. And so for me, it would be comforting to be able to refer to videos like this and see and understand more about what plagiocephaly is and the treatment to correct it. Well, that is going to be all for Grayson's 7-month update. I honestly gotta be completely transparent with you guys, and the day he turned 7 months old, I did not know. Like, my mom was like, isn't he 7 months old today? And I was like, oh my gosh. So if that tells you anything about how fast time is flying, I didn't realize we're already at the end of May. But Kevin did go back to work in the office 3 days a week during the week this month. So that's kind of made everything kind of like, whoa. And this month has just been a blur. But I am happy I always film these updates because in the future, I'm gonna be able to look back on these and watch them and see the pictures and videos in them of Grayson and remember things that I'm probably gonna forget. But they're kind of fun for me too, and I love doing them. So I hope you guys enjoy them. I hope you enjoy watching these updates. And if you do enjoy watching, I would love and appreciate if you left a like and a comment down below. And to see more videos like this one related to motherhood, be sure to subscribe.
Even if the sky is falling down,